Mars suffered a nuclear holocaust. The cause of this was unknown, but apparently two explosions of massive energy. We're talking billions of megatons, and they detonated kilometers above the surface, so they didn't cause craters. But I have shown this to several nuclear weapons experts since that time, and they have agreed it looks like enormous hydrogen bombs went off on Mars based on the isotopic evidence. And also there's more evidence that Mars' surface and atmosphere were bombarded heavily by neutrons. The second new piece of data involves the nitrogen and argon in the Martian atmosphere. Now, one of the isotopes of argon is argon-40, and in Mars' atmosphere, it is super abundant compared to Earth. What happened is apparently Mars' surface was heavily bombarded with neutrons when this same process occurred that created all the xenon-129, as you would expect if there was a nuclear explosion. We also have new evidence from the dominant gases in the Martian atmosphere. Two of the dominant gases are nitrogen and argon. The distributions of isotopes in them show that they were produced by a massive bombardment of neutrons by the Martian surface and the Martian atmosphere itself. This is very new data. Right. The dating of the massive explosions is apparently 180 million years ago. I did not report it to NASA. I reported it to the Defense Intelligence Agency, the Pentagon CIA, basically, and they sent over somebody to listen to my presentation. He took very careful notes, and he looked very serious. He asked a lot of very good questions, and then he said, "We'll get back to you." I waited for about 6 weeks, and then they sent back a message through channels that said, "Publish." So they wanted this to come out. It appears that there was a culture on Mars that was humanoid. It looks like early Kingdom Egypt or the Mayans. And then the scenario which seems to fit what we have found best is that some other alien group came and decided to destroy this culture on Mars and the entire Mars biosphere with it, so it could never recover. There were a lot of pictures taken by Viking of Cydonia which were never released to the public, and the pyramid looks exactly like a pyramid. You get a pyramid and a face right next to each other. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what that implies.